And welcome back to part 18 of Dragonstar Varnir's Madness Routes, where today we're taking down this Great Horn, the semi-intelligent dragon that we're killing to spare a doctor so we don't get a bad reputation as the witches, even though they hate her guts anyway, but whatever. But after this fight, it's pretty much all cutscenes until the end, which is why I split this recording in two from last part and this one, like just before this boss fight, because otherwise it would just be a part of a video of cutscenes. Which we've already done a couple times during this playthrough because this game is very chatty heavy. Not as bad as I want to say Death End 1. Death End 1, if you guys recall that Let's Play, my goodness, I think it was like the first 4 videos were pretty much nothing but cutscenes, with the odd bit of gameplay sprinkled in between. That game's chat heavy. Ow. Also, what's interesting is this enemy, Great Horn, it has the Great Horn skill, which, as you can imagine, is where the name came from. It will hit everything, because it's 3 wide and it hits all rows. I completely forgot that water-based characters are weak to rock. So Manessa is at a dangerous disadvantage for most of this fight. And like I've said before, it's another mini-boss where it's just an upgraded enemy. Like, it's a standard enemy that's just been bumped up a little bit. But instead of bumping up just its health like the last one, this one has had its magic attack bumped up, and I don't know whether that's just because it's on hard mode or whatever, but it has been bumped up with its magic attack. And so there's going to be a couple situations here where it uses Great Horn after attacking Manessa once, and she's dead. Case in point right now. Yeah. So if you're going to bring Manessa on this fight because she's your main healer in like a similar instance like with me, just be very wary of that. Actually, what might be a good idea is not have her be your middle member. Have her be your first or third member, not your second. Because then, if it targets, if the enemy's AI decides to be a dumbass and attack someone on the far left or far right with the Great Horn, there's a chance it won't catch her. Whilst when she's dead in the middle, like I have her in my team, she's always at risk of being hit. Because no matter what, there isn't a situation where the Great Horn will miss her. Unless it deliberately decides to aim further to the left or further to the right than the actual target, but the enemy's never going to do that. They're not going to target empty space, they're always going to target at least someone. Because you're just asking for a miracle that's never going to happen at that point. But yeah, that's just general rundown of the fight. The rest of its attacks really aren't that much of a threat. It's just every time it uses Great Horn, someone's going to be put kind of low with whatever it does after that. And if it happens to be Manessa, there's a good chance it will kill, so just keep on top of healing while you're at it. So, whilst we're still during this boss fight, before this wraps up and we're in cutscenes and I don't really get a chance to talk, I want to talk about the fact that Castlevania Season 4 got its trailer last night. And it looks fucking amazing. It's like been the only TV show I've really kept up with in recent years, because I'm not much of a TV person. I've spoken about it a few times before, but it takes a hell of a lot to get me interested in any kind of TV show or film nowadays, because it's just, I don't know, as a personal being, I've just drifted away from it. If I'm going for any kind of media entertainment, it's a video game or a book, because books allow more imagination to take over when you're reading it, and video games allow more direct control. You have so much influence and personal investment with it that you don't get with anything else that makes video games always stand out as a higher plane of medium. It's why I'm always so critical on games trying so desperately to be movies. Because it's like, no, you're deliberately stepping towards a weaker form of media to try and make yourself appeal to a more casual audience. No, jump in full force on the fact it's a fucking video game. But Castlevania I have been keeping up with, and it's continued to impress, and I love it so much, and I'm so excited for the 13th of May now. The more intelligent dragons have a fighting style that's very refined too. I'm glad we didn't battle near the city, it could have been really bad. The guy was able to escape. It seems, that's a relief. A relief? He'll call the guards, and he might tell them that we were the ones who led the dragon here. That is possible. There isn't anything we can do about that. It is kind of our fault that the man was in danger. I feel bad about that. Sorry, Zephy, for tying up the doctor. Why are you apologizing to me? Well, you're half human. I'm sure it was unpleasant to see another human being be treated that way. The first human I ever saw was a knight who was hunting and killing witches. I hated humans. Their lives didn't matter to me. That's how it's always been. But to see you worry about the others the way you do, to want to save them from the dragon just now, I realized something. Humans, witches, we're all the same. We're all living on this planet together. We all have value, each one of us. Karikaro, I'll understand if you can't forgive me right now, but I wanted to say this to you out of respect for who you are. Living with witches made me come to a similar realization. They're just here trying to survive too. Karikaro is trying to understand. Thank you, Karikaro. Of course. Wow, you two are best friends now, huh? You won't be telling everyone to kill him anymore, I gather. I'll miss that. Hey, I didn't say that much. Oh, you sure? Pretty sure you did. You idiot! Okay, take it easy. Let's go home. Yeah, I want to take a bath when we get home. It's been so muggy out here, and we're all covered in mud and sweat. I think Charlotte has finally settled in. Yeah, it's not so bad when you get used to it, aside from a certain noisy individual. Hey, hold up! That voice sounds familiar. I've been looking all over for you. I'm glad I found you. What's up? Do you have some new information for us? No, a message for the lady in red here. Me? I'll wait for you in the depths of the forest. They said you'll know what that means. I see. I'm sorry. I need to take care of this. You all need to go on ahead. I'll catch up. Sure. Be careful. But we're not gonna follow her? Huh? You aren't going with her? What? I assumed she was part of the team now. I guess not, huh? Well, hey, I don't care either way. None of my business. I'm going to head out. Hey, should we have gone with her? Well... She walked off, and none of us really did anything about it. Charlotta might be used to being on her own, but maybe it was stupid for us to let her do that. She looked kind of fierce when she left. Yeah, that concerns me. I don't know if she would have looked like that if the message was from a friend. Who would be sending a message to Charlotta anyway? I'm worried. What if she's in danger? Should we go after her? What? You know, this would be a good chance to try and learn more about her too. Good point. She can't be too far yet. Right, let's go. We still have some time before nightfall. Yeah, thank you for your guidance, Miss Raven. Okay, I'm here. Where are you? You're late. I was getting tired of waiting. Why did you call me here? This seems like a pretty silly place to settle our differences. Don't be so angry. We can save the fun for later. I called you out here to warn you. I see. The Ravens have it tough right now, don't they? Are you just killing time out here, Ruby Eye? You knew I was the leader, did you? Your pets looked familiar. You probably should have waited until I wasn't around anymore to start using that bird as a messenger for the Ravens. Wow, she noticed, huh? I should have known better than to start yapping like a raven. You're so annoying. Go on, head back. Fine. Well, since you already know, this will be quick. You told one of my underlings something you shouldn't have. Why don't you just stop while you're ahead? Something I shouldn't have? Oh, the fact that you're depressed because your only friend is a stupid bird? Stop messing with me. You know what I'm talking about. You made them start to question whether or not I'm a witch. They're doubting me now, even though they're mindless brutes only good for fighting. They're not all that stupid. If they find out I'm a witch, they're going to turn on me. What, are you scared or something? Some hotshot leader you are. Terrify the little minions you boss around. I'm not afraid of them, you fool. My research isn't complete. I can't walk away from it before it's time. Research? Idiots, think about it. What would those dolts do if they realize they've been tricked? They're going to start going after every witch that's left. I won't be their only target. They'll think we're friends. When that happens, you won't be able to just walk around freely anymore. I mean, if you're fine with that, then whatever. That said, if you like your freedom, heed my warning. Keep your mouth shut. You killed them all before they'd have a chance to fight back. It'd be just like last time. And don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. My men tell me they attacked you. They did. Why can't you control your people? I apologize. Durandal has been hard to control since he decided to stop listening to my orders. He seems to have lost his restraint after battling witches. I don't know what to do. What are you trying to say? Just that. I can't control him anymore. He's wandering the forest looking for prey. Dragons, knights of requiem, witches. He'll attack anything in his way. My throat is dying, though. What? Don't tell me you're going to make him attack Zephy and the others. Prioritizes Zephy as a name. If you want to fight you and turn him into a trophy later, well, that's on him. I'm not making him do anything. My, in such a rush? And where do you plan on going? Are you looking for a fight? Well, I think that'll shut her up for a little while. Charlotta, is that you? What are you? Huh? Who is this? I've seen her before. The Forest of Judgment! That's where we met you, isn't it? You're with the Ravens. Ravens? The Forest of Judgment? Wait. What are you doing? Don't waste your time with these witches. Oh? Ruby Eye. We're done here. Let's move. We have work to do. You got it. Alright, bastards, move out. Yes, sir. Yeah, you're the lady from back then. No, I've seen her before. Huh? Manessa? What is it? Why didn't I notice before, but that can't be. Hey, calm down, Manessa. Are you okay? What's going on? Manessa, what's happening? Her reaction, it's the same as whenever she sees fire. Manessa, calm yourself. There aren't any fires around. You're okay. What? How rude. One look at my face and she starts to go mad. Hey, you idiot! You and your stupid ravens better not have done anything to hurt Manessa. Oh, you remembered? I don't believe that friend of yours remembers that about me, though. What do you mean? Well, fine. I suppose I'll enlighten you. I am the Witch of Hellfire. What? I figured that would jog your memory. My name is Bendica, and I am the true, the only Witch of Hellfire. What? Charlotta was lying? No shit! Is that really true? Are you really her, the Witch of Hellfire? Wait, you're not even really even a witch? How have you been alive for this long? Yes, I've never met a witch who's lived as long as you have. Durandal called you Ruby Eye, we heard. Why are you lying to us? What are you planning? No, she's not lying, that's her. The real Witch of Hellfire. It's not Charlotta, it's her. Manessa, calm down, you'll hurt yourself. Let me go, Lapanette! It's still there, carved into my mind. The screaming, the fires, it's her. She's the witch behind the massacre. Oh, a survivor. Amazing. I'm kind of happy that you remember me. Well, what the hell? Ever since that day, Manessa still suffers in her dream. That's right. You have no right to do that. You burned and killed so many of us. Are you upset? Would you like to exact your revenge? Is that it? I don't think you'll be able to fight me, especially if one of your friends doesn't seem to be doing so well. The Witch of Hellfire supposedly burned 100 witches that night. If this woman is the real Witch of Hellfire, then it's dangerous to fight her while protecting Manessa. Bendica, right? Where's Charlotta? Oh, if you're calling me by the name, does that mean you've believed my story? That's right, we are talking about the fake who claimed to be the Witch of Hellfire. Unfortunately, I couldn't care less. Don't tell me you think she's one of you now. Yeah, that's right. If you hurt her, you won't get away with it. What's so funny? This whole situation. How can you say that despite not knowing her true nature? What do you mean by that? Oh, you don't know? You're all her pawns. Think about it. She's deceived you. She's a crook. She even calls herself by a name that isn't hers. She's no Witch of Hellfire. Who knows whatever secret she keeps from you all? You don't know her. To believe someone like her, that doesn't make you good people. It makes you a bunch of fools! Ha ha ha! Well, oh, what is it? Are you finally realizing your own stupidity? You're all talking a big talk about friendship, when you all know you're going to cut her out at the end of the day. Oh, it's so funny. My stomach's hurting from laughing so much. Shut up! You're full of it! Hey, if you have time to tell me that, you may as well tell Charlotta too! Ha 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 ha! I'm glad she left. Although she did seem to know more about Charlotta than we do. As upsetting as that was, we had nothing to say. We really don't know anything about Charlotta. Not that I'm going to stop believing in that woman, but why would Charlotta lie about being the Witch of Hellfire? She lied about what we were doing at the temple too. As we travelled together, although she was suspicious, I never thought Charlotta to be a bad witch. I feel the same, but there's more of it. Vanessa? Are you alright? Huh? Yes, I'm fine. Where did the Witch of Hellfire go? She left. Don't worry. I see. Sorry. I lost it for a second. No, don't be. You're okay. Zephy. Vanessa's very tired. We need to hurry back to the den and let her rest. We have to stop looking for Charlotta for the time being. According to the way Bendicus spoke, I think Charlotta is safe. Yeah, maybe she went back to the den. In any case, I'm going to make her tell us why she's been lying this whole time. Okay, Vanessa, let's go back to the den now. Okay. I'm back. Oh, it seems Charlotta's not here. I thought she was heading here ahead of us. How are you feeling, Vanessa? You should just rest. Feeling a lot better. Sorry for worrying you all. I'm worried about Charlotta, but I can't stop thinking about what we found at the Empire. The diary. What was written on that note? Was it true that my mother was a witch? What's up, Zephy? You look like the world is going to end. Oh, well, no, I'm okay. The diary? You're thinking about what your mother's diary said, aren't you? Yeah, I still feel like I'm in disbelief about my mother being a witch. But it would make sense. Me getting these powers is because I inherited the blood of a witch. You said you never heard of anyone turning into a witch just by drinking dragon's blood, right, Karikaro? That's right. Well, just so you know, we didn't turn you into a witch just by giving it to you. It turns out you were a witch all along. Does it hurt to know that we're the same? Karikaro, you don't have to say it like that. No, that's not what I was getting at. It's so ironic. What do you mean by that? The reason I hated witches so much wasn't because of the Empire's dogma or even because of Corberia's influence on me. It was a personal grudge. Why did you have a grudge? I think I told Manessa before, but my parents are no longer with us in this world. But right, you mentioned they were murdered. Yes, and that is what drove me to become a Knight of Requiem. My parents were eaten alive by a dragon. Not unlike Manessa, I still dream about that terrible day that I had, when the ones closest to me were killed. My father was eaten alive by a dragon. I couldn't do a damn thing about it, and I still see it in my head, all the time. In that moment, I was desperately trying to find out where my mother went. I asked my father, but before he could tell me... Run, Zephy! No, I can't leave you here! Father! I need you to survive, Zephy! I don't care what happens to me right now. Where's Mother? Zephy, listen, your mother... Father! Stop it! Go away, you dummy! Let go of him! Gah! The dragon ate him! Help! Someone, please save my father! Someone help me! Father seemed to want to tell me something important. That's why I thought maybe my mother had already been eaten, but the reality was even more cruel, more hopeless than that. My mother was never anything's prey. She became the predator. My mother became the dragon that killed my father. I never knew the truth, so I carried this hatred for the witches who gave birth to these terrible beasts. I hated them so much. I hated and kept hating until I decided to do something. I joined the Knights to end the life of every witch I could. Zephy, I'm so sorry about your parents. Can't imagine the pain you're going through. I'm really sorry for your loss, Zephy. Zephy, where'd you come from? It's okay. I just appreciate you all hearing me out. I don't know if I ever would have found out the truth if I hadn't met you all. Oh, Zephy, I think there's something else in the diary. Oh, you're right. Is this a portrait? It's my mother and father. It looks like it was before I was born. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty old. I like the way they're smiling. Yeah, they seem really happy. Yeah, they do. Despite everything that happened, isn't it good to know they were happy? It ended in tragedy, but they really do seem like they were happy. They knew the risks and chose to love each other anyway. I need to follow their lead and choose the path I believe in. That's what they would do. That's the spirit they've passed down to me. There's no use. I can't read any of this. I thought the book with the ancient text might have belonged to my father, but how am I supposed to find out anything about this now? Oh, look at the time. Is Charlotta back yet? Oh, Zephy, you still up? I am. So is Charlotta still not back? Yeah, she's not back yet. I hope she isn't in danger. Don't worry, she wouldn't let herself die so easily. Also, I still have a lot of doubts about her. She better not die without giving me some answers. You have a point. Zephy, you should get some rest. You're still trying to read that book. You know, no matter how long you stare at it, it won't suddenly translate itself for you. I know, but I'm just so curious. You know, when I was looking at this earlier, there was a page that caught my eye. See, this one here. Is this an illustration of the human body? Judging from the drawing, I assume it's some kind of study on maybe the ecology between witches and humans. It's like a monograph. So, it's like a medical book. Yeah, I believe so. If that's the case, it has to be my father's. As the doctor, I'm sure he would have been interested in the relationship between humans and witches. He really was a good doctor. I'd always get scrapped up from playing outside, and he'd always tend to my wounds with such care. Why are you smiling? It's kind of creepy. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was doing that. I think I might have a nice dream tonight for once. One where I can see my father and mother, happy and in love. Oh, and from happiness to fucking misery. I hate this scene. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, I fucking hate this. Like, there's not even a little bit of a... It's just... This is miserable. Are you ready, Zephy? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, let's go. Hey, Lapinette, we're leaving. Hurry. It's unusual for Lapinette to take this long. She should be coming soon. I wonder if something happened. I'll go check. What's she doing? She doesn't seem to be in her room. Where did Lapo go? Should we look around the den? I hope she hasn't fainted somewhere. I don't think she would be outside. Maybe in the children's room. I knew you'd be here. Lapinette? Oh, hi everyone. What are you doing? What do you mean? I'm playing with Raruta. Right, Raruta? Lapo? You really love playing with your dolls, don't you, Raruta? Lapinette, you're... Okay, Raruta, what do you want to play with next? Lapo, but please snap out of it. Little by little, just little by little, I realized she was starting to change. I've been trying to tell myself that I was imagining it, but it's getting so bad, I don't think there's any coming back from this. There's still a part of me that can't get myself to throw that fruit away. Ah! I hate it so much! Well, rather than continue to the temple, I think it's best we focus on finding Charlotta. Yeah, we need to find the location of the temple anyway. We better get started. Let's try and figure it out. I can't stress enough. I love the cast of characters, and so going down a route where they lose their minds is agony to me. I'm such a fucking annoyingly empathetic soul, it hurts. Now, what do you mean? She came rushing up to me with a very serious look on her face. She asked me if you were all okay. Then what? I told her we were, and she seemed relieved. She started to talk about flowers and how much she wanted some. Flowers? So she took some from the backyard? Yeah, she said she wanted them for the graves. She took off as soon as I gave her the flowers. Don't understand. We're the ones over here worried sick for her safety. Why'd she ask you that? I know, it doesn't make sense. What the hell is she doing? She at least let us know where she's going. Wait, is she hiding something? Do you think she might not come back? It's hard to say. She's going to put flowers on graves. We might still be able to catch her over at the graveyard. No, Charlotta said she was going to the forest of death. What? Why is she going to such a dangerous place? Is the forest of death that dangerous? Yes, it's filled with very strong dragons. None of us ever go near it. It's hard to believe there's a grave there. We should hurry and go after her. It's reckless for her to go alone. What's Charlotta trying to do? Oh, yes, I have to pick the madness choice. She is suspicious. This is really suspicious. I just hope it's not some kind of trap. What? Of course it isn't a trap. We'll definitely go and get her, but if the place really is that dangerous, we'll need to keep our guards up. I want to believe that Charlotta isn't trying to trick us, but it's hard to not feel any doubt about her now. Alright, let's go get her now as the Forest of Death opens. Here we are, the Forest of Death. I can hear the dragons roaring from here. Damn it, Charlotta, why did you have to come here? It seems very dangerous to go in there alone. Let's hurry and go get her. What's with all the racket? Hey, where the hell have you been? What happened? Were you lonely without me? Just had to come and rescue little old me? You're a real piece of work. What did you call me? We're worried about you and have to come save you, and that's what you have the audacity to tell me? You're so annoying. You're completely underestimating what I'm capable of, and you need to learn to mind your own business. Let's talk about this later. The dragons will follow our scent if we stay here long enough. We need to go back to the den now. No, I'm not going. I have business here. Is this business a visit to a grave? It's hard to believe there's one out here, but if that's where you're going, I'd like to come too. This does not concern you. No, it does. You're with us now. Whatever you're trying to hide from us, you really don't have to anymore. We're coming with you. That's okay, right? It's a lot more dangerous than you can imagine. Are you sure you want to come? Yes, we're certain. Wondering if you might die out here won't help me sleep at night, you know. Fine. I won't try and stop you. But if you get in my way or slow me down, I will not think twice about leaving you behind. How many times do we have to tell you to stop running off? She seems a lot colder than usual. Is this something really personal for her? Maybe we've upset her. I don't think you noticed her smile. I think she actually appreciates us being concerned about her. You think so? That's a good sign. Okay, well, we need to follow her. Let's go. And on that note, next time on Dragonstar VARNIR, we will journey through one of the longer areas of the game, the Forest of Death. But until then, you guys take care now. Peace.